Is this thing on? Hello. Happy Friday, everyone. And maybe happy Saturday for some of you. Hello, welcome in. How is everyone? Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Let me just make sure that things with my phone are good, and they are. Bree, Jake, good to see you both. Hello, hello. Let me just scroll back up. Who did I say hi to? I know I said hi in chat, but I also like to greet with my voice. Shane, hello, good to see you. Sean and Shane, like a little duo. And then we had Shanizzle. What's up? How's it going? Steven, good to see you. Shane, Sean, Steven, all the S names. Shanizzle. It's the S group stream. Out of Touch, thank you so much for popping in just to say hello and congratulations. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. And Goldie, good to see you as well. Happy Saturday to the people in the future. Yes. I do have some Twitch folks that are in like Australia and New Zealand. So that's mostly why when I announce things on Twitter, YouTube community tab, Twitch, all that stuff, I always default to using UTC now, just because I've got such a community across the world. And YouTube Analytics, obviously, it shows me where people are watching from. And only about 40% of my audience is from the States. So when you include Canada in that, it's about 50%, because I think like around 9 to 10% of my audience is Canadian. So only 50% being in the North America. I think Mexico, feel like Mexico makes up a very, very small portion of my of my viewership. So yeah, I have to be mindful of time zones. And you know, most people, I love mountain time because I've lived in mountain time my whole life. But the thing is a lot of people don't know how to convert to mountain time really. So it's just easier to do universal time for all that stuff. And then you can convert from whatever time zone you be in. And it's just easier. So thank you, Bree. Thank you. Hi, Absher. I hope work is going well. Hello from Oregon. Dan, hello. Good to see you. Oregon is a state that I really want to go to one day. I have no idea when I'll make it down. And really, I could drive there in just about a day. I could definitely get to Washington in a day from where I live. And I don't mind driving like super long to get to a place. So just haven't done it, but one day. Really surprised you don't have more subs with the amount of views you've gotten on your Star Wars reactions than others. Well, here's the thing. So people don't subscribe anymore because the YouTube algorithm is just that good. Like you can watch one video from someone and YouTube will consistently feed you their videos until they realize that you don't want to watch anything else of theirs except for that one video that you watched. So the thing is, if you keep clicking on my videos, you almost don't have to subscribe because the YouTube algorithm will just feed you the newest videos into your recommended in your homepage. At least with my experience as a heavy viewer of YouTube, that's how it has worked for me. I have definitely come across channels that I thought I was subscribed to because I'd watched so many of their videos and all their new stuff just kept getting like shoved in my eyes. And then come to realize, oh, I never actually did click that subscribe button. Awkward. So yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't necessarily like, yeah, the subscriber number is cool, but it doesn't, what matters more for me is like the view number, the engagement, the number of likes videos get, how many impressions are my videos getting, what's the click-through rate in the first like hour or two of my video being out, and then comparing that to other videos in the first hour or two. Like I always look at that initial performance, and I feel like those numbers say a lot more than the subscriber number does. So that's just kind of how I go about it. But you know what is cool is like I hit 10K subs like 3 weeks ago, and we're already almost at 12K. I am at 11 point. I crossed 11,700 I think very late last night, and I'm already at like 11,720 or something. So thank you all. From Glasgow. Oh my gosh, Mick, I want to go to Scotland so bad. I don't know when I'll get over there, but I went to high school with a guy from Scotland, and so I kind of learned a little bit about the country through him. I've wanted to go ever since, and I mean, I've never been to Europe, period. I've never been to the UK, never been across the pond. One day we'll get over there. But thank you for being here. Only 10% Canada. Yeah, I don't know what it. I don't know, Shanizzle. At least I think I'd have to like double check because the demographics constantly adjust, right? It depends on the video. I was just like when I was saying 40% America, like US, and then 10% Canada. I was saying channel wide, like since I started doing reactions. That's like going back to the beginning. So. Yeah. Got to make a stop and snowboard on Mount Hood. Maybe. Yeah, Colorado. That's another state I would love to go to one day, just to like experience the Rockies in a different part of the world. Hi, Dave. Good to see you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Good to see you. The notification bell. I should tell you guys how many people have that enabled on the channel. It's not very many, but to those of you that have turned on the notification bell for my channel, I appreciate you so much. So much. Live in Manitoba, but was born in North Vancouver. Nice. I've been in Alberta my whole life. That's pretty shitty for creators. You know what's crazy, Crispy? I moderate for Popcorn in Bed, Cassie, and even her with like 260,000 subscribers or 270, I can't remember where she's at now, but she just recently crossed 250 and she's been steadily getting like probably about 1,000 subs a day-ish. Even her videos, like I don't have access to the deep analytics, but even a channel like hers will have most of the viewers coming from non-subs instead of subscribers. And you would think when a channel has that many subs, you would think that like most of the views come from the people who are subbed. Nope. So yeah, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. I think that how a lot of people do YouTube now is like they'll subscribe to people like, and I say this from experience because this is how I do YouTube. I don't actually look at my subscriptions feed anymore. I rely on community posts because I love going on the YouTube app and I love scrolling through the community posts that people share. So if people share that a video is coming, like a lot of creators, what they'll do is they'll say, reaction such and such is on Patreon, YouTube edit coming soon, right? And then I see that and I go, okay, that movie's coming. And then almost always YouTube just ends up throwing it at me in my homepage and I don't even have to go to my subscriptions feed. So the sub feed is something I don't really check that often anymore. And I've kind of fallen into that relying on the algorithm thing. Because honestly, I'm subscribed to way too many channels that my sub feed is almost like, it's kind of tricky to sift through almost. Unless a thumbnail like really stands out and catches my eye, then I'll probably click, but I don't know. The thumbnails are larger on the homepage, which is probably why I just default to using the homepage now, because the thumbnails are bigger than the sub feed and the algorithm is just like that good nowadays. So anyway, big on subscribing and liking videos because it's helpful and free. Doesn't affect my viewing habits much. Yeah, totally. Hi, John. Happy Friday. Good to see you. You'll be at 20K in no time. MCU will get you there. And the MCU is going to be like on the channel for a while too, because I'm not doing it every week. Like I skipped this past Monday. I didn't mean to skip this past Monday, but oh God. Okay, there is a helicopter flying right over my house. All of a sudden I just heard this like rumbling. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh gosh. Yeah, so this past Monday I was gonna do Thor, but last week I piled too much on my plate, not just like video wise, but just personal life as well. I had family come to visit. I had other obligations that I committed to, and it ended up being a lot at the end of the day. And this week I've kind of done the same. For those of you that have seen my schedule, I said Die Hard was coming this week. I do not think that's happening because I'm gonna prioritize Thor first, and I'm still editing that. Sometimes the weeks just, I'm trying to do more and I'm realizing that I can't do more. Not yet. I cannot do more yet. I need help, but I can't afford help. So anyway, yeah, so I think Die Hard is going to come next week instead. Thor will be on Monday. And right now, actually, did my poll, I think my poll is ending today, or it ended today. But there is a giant poll on Patreon. I gave patrons a ton of movies. And it was a multiple choice poll, so they could vote on more than one option. And I said, let's pick the movies for December, and into January, I'm going to pick the top 4 results. And I gave them a ton of movies, ton of movies. So I'll be announcing what's coming to cap off the year and go into the next year. I'll be announcing that soon. But I'm excited. Been at this for almost a year now. Yes, and okay, how many of you are here? Yes, I'm checking viewership. I don't care. Okay, 24. To the 24 of you that are here, and I guess to anyone who decides to rewatch this video later on, I'm gonna tell you guys something that no one else knows yet. I'm gonna tell you. Well, Jake knows. Jake knows, and maybe Twitch people know. I can't remember if I said it on Twitch or not. Anyway, to those of you that are here, for my 1-year reaction anniversary, I'm gonna do a live stream on the channel, but it's going to be a watch along of A New Hope. I figure for my anniversary from my first reaction video as A New Hope, let's watch it again. I have not watched it since that night that I recorded that reaction to put on the channel. I haven't watched A New Hope for a second time. So I'm gonna do a live stream, and obviously I can't show the movie on my screen, but the intention is you guys come with your own copy of A New Hope and we will watch it together. Let's watch it together. And you guys can talk in the chat to me. I'll talk during the movie. And I think it'll be fun. So hopefully some of you will be excited for that, because I'm excited for it. I think it'll be fun. Feels just like yesterday she uploaded A New Hope. And it's so funny too, because when I go back to that video, because I have pulled it up a handful of times since I uploaded it, but when I go and pull it up, like that was when I used my old lens on my camera, which looks so shitty in comparison to this one. It was my old lens, and I don't think the editing job was like too bad, but I don't know. I feel like now that I've been at this for a while, like you get better over time, right? So I look back at that first reaction video and I'm just like, who is she? Although someone just watched it for the first time like 2 weeks ago, And they said they couldn't handle how in love with 3PO I was. They're like, I don't think I've ever seen a reactor so obsessed with the droids before. I'm like, that's me. I will be the droid girl. I love them. I'll always love them. When you come south, just stay away from Kansas. There's nothing here. You mod for Cassie? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Rockies in Colorado are really nice, but the Canadian Rockies put them to shame. Come snowboarding at some of the best resorts in the world. Mount Hood and Mount Bachelor are amazing as well. Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. I went down a rabbit hole of Andor finale reactions the other day. I didn't subscribe to a lot of the channels I watch. Yeah, and like I said, the algorithm's gonna feed you probably those channels now for a bit anyway. So I also have gone and watched a bunch of Andor reactions, not just to the finale. I went and watched a few from various episodes. So rarely have the notification bell on with reactions simply because the nature of the channel is that I won't want to watch it. Exactly, yeah. And that's kind of the thing with reaction channels in general. Like there was this reactor friend of mine who put up a poll on YouTube, I think it was today, kind of just asking like, hey, my views are down recently, like just want your feedback on why that is. And yeah, the majority of people responded in the poll that he just wasn't reacting to movies that they found interesting to watch. And you're gonna have that with channels. So the ultimate goal, I think, for a reactor is to build a community that is loyal, a community that will watch whatever you react to, and if they've never seen it before, they will then go watch that movie just so that they can then see your reaction to that movie, or they will use your reaction as the reason to watch the movie for the first time, and they'll like watch your reaction in the movie together. I think that's like the ultimate goal for creators. At least that would be my goal. Because like it took me, not to say that like the community is ever done, but like on Twitch, like I've been streaming on Twitch for over 3 years, and it took a bit at the start to like build up viewership and build up a community of people that like, you know, would come back no matter what I was playing. But I got there in the end. And a lot of my community on Twitch has been around for like 2+ years. Some of them are coming up on 3 years since I just had my 3-year streaming anniversary. And so for me, it's really important. Like I want to do that with YouTube too. It's harder though, like because I did Twitch first and am now doing YouTube, it's a lot harder on YouTube to build that same kind of community feeling like you can get on Twitch, right? Because YouTube, one, has a much higher viewer base. So there's a lot more bullshit in the form of people than what you deal with on Twitch. But also too, because videos are just like a comment-based system. Like that's why I do live chats for all my videos. Like that's why I premiere them all, is so that it gives you the opportunity to come in and say hi to me in real time, and we can chit chat a bit while the video is going. And it kind of gives that Twitch streaming vibe a little bit for me, because like I'm not at the point yet where I want to stream on YouTube consistently, and I don't even know what I would do on my YouTube channel. I wouldn't do gaming content on here. I do that on a separate channel just because YouTube doesn't like when you mix such differing genres like that, where it's like you're uploading reaction content but then you're doing gaming at the same time. Like it doesn't mix super well. So yeah, I don't know what I would stream, but my goal is to do a stream every few months. And like my first YouTube live stream was like 2.5 months ago. It wasn't that long ago. This is kind of like the frequency that I want, is like every 3 months or so to do a stream. So you're getting swatted. Oh my gosh, Shanizzle, I never want to be swatted in my life. Oh, you guys could hear that? Oh geez, I didn't even realize. Voted for Rocky, but can't remember what else. Oh, that's okay, John. Thank you for voting though. Hey Joseph, welcome in. Are there any movies out in theaters that you are excited for? To be completely honest with you, I do not keep up with what movies are in theaters, because the closest movie theater to me is a half an hour away on a highway, because I live in a small town, and our local theater, it does not exist anymore. So I either have to drive 30 minutes to like a 1-screen theater, or if I want to go to like a big city theater, it's at least an hour and a half away. That's one way, at highway speed. So we're talking 3 hours round trip just to go see a movie in the theaters. So seeing a theater movie is not on my priority list pretty much ever, just because of the amount of time it takes to do. Not that I'm opposed to seeing a movie in theater. I love seeing movies in theaters, but because it's an ordeal, I don't really keep up with what movies are coming out and what's in theaters. I kind of just wait until they're available on streaming services, and then I kind of make a note of it. But yeah, small town problems. All right, I'm glad some of you are into that idea. Poor choice of movie, but makes total sense for the channel. Yeah, well, not everyone has to be there. Not everyone has to participate, but it felt like a fitting choice to do a second rewatch live, and then if anyone's interested, they can see my reaction to watching it a second time. So Absher, thank you for the $5. I appreciate it. Gotta go. Congratulations. Looking for it. Also, are my alerts gonna work? I'm supposed to have alerts that pop up on the stream whenever I get things like this, but okay, it was just very delayed. I'm learning that not everything is like almost instant like Twitch is. I'm still figuring this out. I'm still figuring it out. R2 is the GOAT. Honestly, I think I agree with you now. Like 3PO was such a favorite for a long time, but I think the Clone Wars really influenced how much I feel about R2. So yeah, we'll call R2 the GOAT. Fun fact. This is not actually a fun fact. This is a widely known thing that I think makes me superior to you. Jake. Jake and I have this meme because when I was watching Star Wars, and it has kind of started with MCU as well, but when I was watching Star Wars, the amount of fun fact comments I got across those videos, oh my gosh, it was hilarious. Every single video had multiple, and it just made me laugh. So now we have like this meme about fun facts. Hey Mike, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I really enjoy Cinebinge, Popcorn in Bed, and Bad Medicine, but they upload so many reactions and I only care about some of them. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, I feel like everyone has their like main reactor that they watch and are like dedicated to, right? And try and watch everything that they put out. And then every other channel is like a casual watching. And I definitely fall in that boat. Although I will say, I think for me, because it's hard for me to watch reactions because there's so many movies that I haven't seen, right? So it's like I don't want to watch a reaction to a movie I've never seen, which kind of makes reactions. I don't watch a ton because my list of movies I've seen is kind of small. So like I'll watch a lot of Harry Potter reactions, Game of Thrones. I can watch Star Wars ones now, of course. So I have been, etc. And then there's a few standalone movies here and there that I like checking out as well. Pretty much any reaction to Interstellar I will watch because I love that movie so much. But yeah, it's kind of just, not to mention I don't really have the time to sit here and watch reactions when I'm making my own, so that there's that factor as well. They're fun for us to come together and vibe with you for a bit. Totally. I'm always here for chats too. I should actually go get my lightsaber to like show off. But Absher, yeah, thank you again. I appreciate it so much. Popcorn in Bed has to be one of the most genuine reactors on YouTube. Her and her sister, a joy to watch. Yes. Joseph, I don't know if you were here when I said it, but I mod for Cassie. I do mostly Discord work, but I am in the live chat sometimes, and I have a hand in deleting messages and stuff because people can be, people everywhere on YouTube can be, a certain way, and their comments need to go. So yeah, she's wonderful. I will admit though, I definitely talk with her husband way more than I talk with her. And he's really awesome. He's very, very cool. But yes, I agree with you. Her channel is wonderful. And she reacts to a wide variety of stuff. If you guys if there's anyone in here that doesn't know who I'm talking about, let me just throw the link in for those of you unaware. We're talking about Popcorn in Bed. She is awesome. Awesome. Hey Tax, hey Jamie, welcome in. Good to see you both. How are you? Psionic? I'm saying that right? Psionic Dreams, hello. I guess everyone is a fan of our boys 3PO and Little Arthur. I mean R2. I did see that video. There was an interview with Diego Luna where he was talking about how he always thought R2's name was Arthur, it's Little Arthur, or Artur. Yeah, R2D2 sounds like Arturito in Spanish, which is Arthur. So that's what they thought. That's what they thought it was over in Mexico. So he's like, I grew up my whole life thinking that his name was Arthur. I thought that was awesome. I'm not in that category since I only react to things I enjoy and have seen. I don't like movies enough to watch a reaction to one I don't enjoy. Sounds harsh, I guess. It's just your viewing habits. Again, like for the reactions that I am unable to watch, I will still pull up the video. I will like it, and oftentimes I will let the video run. Like I'll put it on mute and I'll just let the video elapse. Because then like the ad stuff supports the creator, the runtime supports the creator, all that stuff. I pay for YouTube Premium now, but back when I didn't, like I would let the ads run and let the whole reaction go. So Speed Fan, hi, welcome in. Do you do music reacts? I do not, and I have no plans to, because okay, you don't have to ask twice. Yeah, I have no plans to do music reactions, and the main reason for that is money, because those videos cannot be monetized because you're literally playing a song and you're listening to the whole song and you're not cutting out any of the song. So the videos cannot be ad revenue monetized. So that just, yeah, it doesn't interest me at all. Plus, I mean, I know there's so many music out. I know there's so much music out there that I haven't discovered. Problem is like, I don't even have the time to do music reactions. It's not, I only have so much time, and the movie, TV stuff, plus my Twitch stream, that already takes up so much time, and I still want like downtime. I still want free time to be able to like play video games on my own time, which I don't do enough of. I want free time to be able to hang out with my friends and family and hang out with my doggo, who I should have her camera on. I don't know why I don't. There we go. Yeah, so that is that. I do not plan on doing it. I found you through Cassie's channel. Nice, Mike. Nice. Awesome. I'm sad Cassie got done with the Mission Impossible movies. I haven't seen any of them myself. So yeah, those reactions for Cassie's I just let run without actively watching. Not going to be able to stay long. I'm at my real life job and may end up having to work. No worries, Jamie. I appreciate you popping in and saying hello. Well, Joseph, I haven't met them personally. But yeah, I just help out with the channel. I help out with Discord. She's got myself and 2 other mods, and those mods have been with her a while now. So I'm the newbie mod, but it's been good. It's been a lot of fun. Her community is lovely, and I'm happy to be a part of it. Heading out for the evening. Have a great rest of your stream and day. Bye, everybody. Bye, John. Thanks so much for hanging out. We appreciate you very much. Thank you. Hey, Sebastian, welcome in. Philip, hello. Have you thought about reacting to Arcane? I have thought about it. Have I committed to it? No, I have not. But maybe one day. I don't think I can go back to non-premium YouTube. Honestly, same though, because I signed up for YouTube Premium. They had like a 3-month trial, so I signed up for it, and I believe my charge goes through today, or it went through yesterday. Now my payments are happening. It works out to $11.99 Canadian, and then you gotta add taxes, so it's like $12.30, $12.40 Canadian. It's something that I can write off as a business expense, so I'm not too concerned. But honestly, with the amount that I'm on YouTube now, with not just my own channel, but with modding for Cassie, and then watching my friends and watching other reactors and watching other types of videos, it's definitely worth it now. And I do like that. I do like that creators get a portion of the YouTube Premium revenue. So if you've ever thought about signing up for YouTube Premium, if you've ever thought about getting rid of the ads and doing like offline watching and listening and stuff, it's definitely, I think it's worthwhile. And then you know that creators still get a portion of your revenue when you watch them. So we'll go pet her in a sec. Never thought of that. Makes total sense. Stuff you don't think about as a viewer. Yeah. Pretty new to your channel. What's your background with cinema? Always been a fan since childhood, or just recently getting into films? Yeah, let's talk about it. So I've always watched movies my whole life. But I will admit that pretty much all of my 20s, we'll say like late teenager into like all my 20s, I didn't spend that much time at home. So As a teenager, I was always out with my friends. I was always working. I was doing things. And then as I like got into adulthood, I started my career, which I don't do anymore, but I started my career pretty much right after college. And when I wasn't working, I was always out and about. I was always out with friends. And then I started going to raves and electronic music festivals. So I was always going out to shows all the time. I'd pretty much go to work and do like the 9 to 5. And then I'd leave and I'd be out with friends at bars. I'd be at live music shows. I'd be going to raves and all kinds of things. And then that phase of my life ended. And when I was like 23, I started hiking a lot. And hiking became my life. And to add on to hiking, I started mountain biking. I learned how to snowboard. I learned how to cross-country ski. I learned how to do all these things. And so all of that requires not being at home. So when I did have the time or like just wanted to take a break and I wanted to sit down and watch a movie, I would almost always gravitate to something from my childhood, something that was a comfort movie that I knew, and that was that. I'll come say hi to you in a sec. Yes, I will. So yeah, because I was just never at home, that meant that new movies for me like were few and far between. So I did go to theaters sometimes and see movies with friends or family, but it wasn't that often. And I feel like now that I'm in my 30s, I'm playing catch up. So yeah, that's kind of my background with cinema. You can see what I've seen on my Letterboxd. Bye, Jamie. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Let me link my Letterboxd here. Yeah, so you can see everything that I've seen on my Letterboxd. I guarantee there's probably movies I'm missing. I just wouldn't be able to think of them until I think of them. But for the most part, my Letterboxd is up to date with movies I've seen. So yeah, as a result, I've gone my whole life just without seeing like a lot of popular stuff, especially from the last, like, we'll just say the whole 2010s. Like, I feel like there's only a handful of movies that I've seen from the 2010s and 2020s. But honestly, we can go back, like, Star Wars being a big one, that's what got me on the channel and got me doing this. And then, yeah. So that's kind of my background with cinema. I've always been a fan of movies. I just never really prioritized watching them until recently. So, started streaming on Twitch. That got me into gaming and kind of got me out of the hiking stuff. I still love doing things outdoors, but not with the same energy that I used to have. I feel like I was doing that for so many years of my life that I got burnt out with it, and I'm still trying to find that love back. I've been on a handful of hikes since I started like not hiking anymore. I still own all my skiing equipment, my snowboard and everything. And I want to try and go snowboarding this winter at least once. Because I miss it. I didn't go snowboarding at all last season. And I do want to go cross-country skiing. I checked today and my local trails have been groomed. They were groomed yesterday. So I kind of want to dig out the skis and go cross-country skiing. So yeah. Oh, I know. She just, look at her. Look at her up there just sitting so pretty. Here, let me switch scenes. Aw, Misela. Misela. Oh gosh. That's how I found you too, from Cassie's channel. Oh, thanks, Jamie. Thank you. Oh, it was 2 years since I started modding on Twitch, and now I'm here. I still think it's wild people trust little old me with this stuff. We trust you forever, Jake. You were wonderful. Yeah, I don't know that. I want to do horror next October, Shanizzle, because it's fun, and I don't really want to do horror at any other time, but yeah. Do you have favorite directors? I don't think that I've watched enough cinema to have a favorite director yet. And really the only one of the few directors I know by name, I guess, and like know their movies is Christopher Nolan. So I think I would say Christopher Nolan is a favorite right now, but yeah. I love but hate hiking. Honestly, I get it. Okay. Misela, let's go pet you. Oh. Hey Slay, how's it going? For those of you that haven't noticed Ella in the background of my videos, she just turned 13. She just turned 13, and I love her. She's my girl. She's my girl. Sebastian, sorry if you've answered this already, but will you be doing reviews? Yes, yes, yes. Everything I watch on Patreon will have a video coming. Am I behind on them? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I still have Stranger Things 4 to do, and I finished watching that show a long time ago. I have Stranger Things 4 to do. I have Clone Wars Season 6 and Season 7, and then the Siege of Mandalore, Revenge of the Sith thing that I'm gonna do. I've got the Bad Batch Season 1 now that I gotta get done. I've got House of the Dragon to do. I've got Andor to do. Anyway, so all to say, Sebastian, it'll come. I can't promise when, but it'll come. It'll come. Making those videos actually takes me way longer than doing a movie reaction video. There's a lot more involved with it because I gotta do like, I script it out, I then record it, and then I start editing it. And when I edit it, I obviously have to grab like my old reactions, but I have to grab the reaction content so that I can like interject like scenes from the episode. And anyway, it's a lot more involved than just doing a movie reaction. I think the Season 5 Clone Wars video took me like 20 hours total to work on from start to finish. So yeah, it's a lot more time. Raves, hiking, snowboarding, probably the best reasons to not have time for watching movies. Yes, I was a very big, I'm getting more and more introverted as I get older. Younger me was much more extroverted. I was crazy social. I never liked being alone that often. And I was always out and about partying. I was outdoors. I did backcountry camping. I did all the things, so many things. And now I'm just not like that anymore. I've changed. The pandemic changed me. How did I get here? Hello. Wondering what your hobbies and passions are in your free time. Well, aside from everything I just talked about with hiking, snowboarding, skiing, all that stuff, which I don't do much of anymore, but it's winter here now. I love snowshoeing. I am going to get back into cross-country skiing, hopefully regularly. I'm waiting for the weather to cool down though, because it's like minus 16 here today, which is not very good cross-country skiing temperatures. It's a little bit too cold. But I love to read. I like reading. I love playing video games. I play video games on my Twitch channel. That's what I did and still do before doing the YouTube reaction stuff. I've been enjoying cooking a lot lately, and I've actually bought all the ingredients to start making my own bread. I just haven't actually carved out the time to dive into making my own bread, but I have all the things. So we've got step 1 complete. I like spending time with my family. I have a niece who is coming up on a 1.5 years, so that's really fun. I've got my doggo. I love hanging out with doggo. And I'm addicted right now to Pokemon Go and Pokemon Masters EX, both on your cell phone. Both games are awesome. I love them. I play them pretty much every day. What else do I do? It's kind of it right now. I like going for wing nights at the local bar. Wings are fun. This may not be suitable for the channel, but all the raves and outdoor adventures, you must be into psychedelics. I'm big on psilocybin. Joseph, that is a negative. I am not. Cannabis is legal here. That's about all I dabble in. That's about it for me. And cannabis is one of those things where I don't do it socially. I can't do it socially. I will literally pass out in an hour if I try doing it socially. So cannabis is strictly like a clear my head, help me sleep thing for me. So yeah, I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson like well over a decade ago when I tried to smoke. I tried to smoke socially with friends, and I like was asleep in 20 minutes. Yeah. So I can't hang. I can't do it like that. How how's YouTube's? It's good, Slay. It's good. Can confirm she cannot do it socially. Yeah, Bree knows. Bree knows. Oh, I wish I could. I wish it was something that I could do socially, but I cannot. I cannot. It affects me so badly in terms of sleepiness. But I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but one director I would suggest that has only 3 films out so far is Robert Eggers. He made The Witch, The Lighthouse, The Northman. Joseph, I have seen The Witch and I have seen The Lighthouse, and I did not like either of them. And I'm sorry, you're probably going to be offended. I wish I enjoyed them. I did not. I will not even watch The Northman because if it's anything like The Witch and The Lighthouse, I didn't enjoy the style. I found the movies not enjoyable to me. They were, yeah, I don't know. I didn't care for them. So I apologize. I love me some good wings. What is everyone's favorite wing flavor? Mine is honey garlic. I was, honey garlic, I've been eating now for probably like 10 years. But before that, I was just a basic salt and pepper bitch. And that was it. I dabbled sometimes with lemon pepper, but mostly just a salt and pepper queen. And then one day a friend was like, you should really try honey garlic. And I was like, okay, fine. I'll try honey garlic. And now honey garlic is all I'll have with wings. I'll still eat salt and pepper once in a while, but honey garlic is where it's at. Never understood how people dealt with the smoke. I guess it depends on how you consume it. Like, I love capsules. I love drinks like cream soda, cannabis cream soda, cannabis cola. Very, very good. What did I have? I tried to pop the other day, a cannabis pop. It was like a tropical fruity one. That one was pretty good. It was like a carbonated fruit juice, basically. And that was really tasty. Just with capsules and pops, you have to if you want to feel the effects in like a couple hours, then you got to drink it right away. And if you drink it, let's say at 10 p.m., you're not going to feel it until like midnight. So, and then if I am smoking, I'll usually do a vape pen. So I find that the smoke is not nearly as bad as if you're smoking like a pipe or a joint or through a bong or whatever. So yeah, I know the vape pen is still, is it technically smoke? I don't think it's smoke. Anyway. Do you read books often? And if so, what are your favorites? Sebastian, I try. My reading comes in waves. And right now I'm at a low point where I'm not reading that often. And I want to read, but I can't force myself to read. I've learned this a long time ago that my reading comes in waves. And when I'm at a high point, I'll read every single day, multiple chapters, and that'll last probably a few weeks. And then I go into a down period where I don't read at all for like 3 months or longer. And then all of a sudden my motivation will come back and I'll read again. So right now I'm in a low period, which sucks because I only have a few chapters left of the last book in a series. And I keep telling myself, I need to finish this book because it's the last one in the series. And I only have like maybe 20% of it left. But have I finished it? No, I haven't. The series I'm reading right now is called A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Is it Maas? Maas? M-A-A-S is her last name. It is a high fantasy romance, very smutty. Like if you enjoy the sex, there is plenty to be had in these books. It's like a fairy fantasy magic, lots of sex series, and it's really, really good. I've enjoyed a lot. I just got Bree started on it, and she's loving it. She's very quickly catching up to me. She probably will beat me to the end of the series, unless I get the motivation like tomorrow to start reading the rest of it. But yeah, Court of Thorns and Roses. Behind me, actually. Let me move out of the way so that you can see my background. So we have up here are the A Court of Thorns and Roses books. And then down here, we've got all of the Expanse books. Leviathan Wakes, we've got all of them, all 9 books. I've only read the first one, and I want to read more, but I've only read the first one. And I've read like part of the second one. That was in audiobook form, though. And then down here, I've got the Game of Thrones books, The Song of Ice and Fire, which, again, I've only read the first one and part of the second, but I want to finish it. I just don't know when. And then there's a couple other books hiding. So we've got a Metallica photo book in the back there. We've got a Dragon Age to Winter Nights book. We've got an IMC3PO book that's underneath the plant. And then behind the plant, we've got a Dragon Age Inquisition art book. And I own more books, but those are like the series that I want to highlight on my little shelf back there. So anyway, but yes, I do like reading. I grew up with the Harry Potter books. I got the first one when I was like 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, somewhere in there. So yeah, Harry Potter was my life. And honestly, like my mom taught me how to read when I was 2. Instead of walking and learning how to go to the bathroom on the toilet, I just wanted to learn letters and numbers, and that's what I did. Mom taught me how to read. I've been reading consistently since I was like 3. Most of my reading done in my childhood, though. I was a big reader as a kid. Babysitter's Club books, Berenstain Bear books, lots of like pre-teeny books, and then just continued onward to, more stuff. Is that a bloody Drongo that I see? Hey friend, how are you? Good to see you. All right, here's all the flavors. Honey garlic, also garlic, but I always go boneless. Probably classic buffalo for me, but maybe garlic soy if I'm feeling non-spicy. Nice. I live near Buffalo, New York. Obviously the best wings. Star Wars, hello. I just like plain, anything garlic, always garlic. Hi Tyler, good to see you. Also enjoy honey barbecue every so often. Korean sticky wings, and oh, I don't know what your typo was. Anyway, Drongo, hello. Hi Chris, welcome in. Korean fried chicken is another level, hard agree. I don't eat wings often enough to have a favorite flavor. That's a good question. And there's so many too. There's so many different flavors. Hi Caleb, good to see you. Tried watching The Northman, turned it off after 5 minutes. It was just super weird. 2 of the main characters got on all 4s and started barking, and then there was hallucinations and stuff. Wild. Oh gosh. I have travel anxiety and I always get to the airport super early, so my routine is to go to a bar and eat wings and have a beer before my flight, so I end up eating wings a few times a year. Nice. Goldie, I also have, I think, travel anxiety. I am always someone that wants to be at the airport 3 hours ahead of when I take off. I don't know why, especially because the airport layouts come pretty simple to me now and I can always find my gate pretty quickly, but I'm the same. I just like to get there. I like to know where my gate is. I like to make sure it exists. I like to make sure my flight is on the screen and is ready to go. And then once I know where my gate is, then I go airport exploring and I go walk around and I check out the whole airport and I go find a restaurant to sit at. The last flight I had was super early in the morning, so I had breakfast and that was awesome. I had eggs, bacon, hash browns, coffee, water, sausages. It was good. It was very good. If you enjoy the sex. Listen, we're all adults here, I hope. I can say that word, it's fine. Definitely not everyone's cup of tea, I understand. Yeah, totally. Totally. Reminds me of that TikTok where the husband throws the wife's new fantasy book at her and says, here's your fairy smut. Yeah, that's literally what it is. Yep. I love reading too. What do you like to read? I watched a video the other day from, I think it was Star Wars Explained, that was like, shows to watch if you like Andor, and the first he mentioned was The Expanse. I promise I'll get back into it. You have to, Jake. You have to. The Expanse is one of the best shows ever. This goes to anyone in chat. If you have never watched The Expanse, it's 6 seasons. It is sci-fi. It is very accurate science fiction. I've watched YouTube videos where people go into the science behind The Expanse and why it's so accurate. So if you really like very immersive sci-fi like that, where it definitely feels real and feels legitimate, like it could be future humanity one day, The Expanse is amazing. It's politics, it's drama, it's really good sci-fi. It's really fun space battles, like, in my opinion, blows Star Wars space battles like right out of the water. I'll admit that. I don't care. The Expanse is amazing. It's so good. Airports are so stressful for me. They used to be stressful for me because I haven't really flown much in my life. My first flight ever was when I was 21. Well, technically 20. My dad and I went to New York City for my 21st birthday. We were going to go to Vegas, but we changed our mind. We went to New York instead, and it was way better. Although it was... we were there for a week. I ended up going back in the following May, by myself. To do things that we just didn't get the opportunity to do. So that was really fun. I'd love to go back to New York City. It's been a long time since I was there. I want to go back to New York City because when I was there, the Ground Zero Museum didn't exist yet. It was only the outside part where you actually go with like the memorial. So I'd like to do that. I would also like to go to like a Rangers hockey game or like a baseball game for the Yankees. I feel like that would be fun to do. Not to mention New York is really close to friends of mine, so then I can like dip down to go visit them. Be fun. Be super, super fun. Just started reading again a couple months back. It's definitely hard to get back into books. I feel like these phones and social media have messed with attention spans. Honestly, you're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. Are you good over there? I think Ella's hungry. I gotta go feed her soon. I'll have to just dip quickly. Near the end of season 2, so I'm getting into the really good stuff. Yes, yes you are. Currently reading Food of the Gods by Terrence McKenna and Fingerprints of the Gods by Graham Hancock. Cool, cool, cool. Expanse is pretty excellent. Yes, yes it is. I've only flown twice myself, and first time I was 26. It was really sweet at PAX. Like a community member brought along a model of the Rocinante because I just won't stop gushing about that show. For those of you that have seen The Expanse, who is your favorite character and why is it Amos Burton? I feel like Amos is everyone's favorite. Amos is absolutely my favorite character. My current Mass Effect playthrough that I'm doing, it's off stream, and I decided to do a male Shepard for my first time, and I made him look as close to Amos as I possibly could, and then I named him Amos Shepard after Amos from The Expanse. Yeah, so good. I love the Percy Jackson series when I was younger, and I'm really into this author named Brandon Sanderson, who mostly does fantasy. I have been meaning to get into Brandon Sanderson novels. It's one of those time things, time and motivation, because again, my reading comes in waves. So it's like, for me at my current point in my life, I have so many books that I own that I haven't read, and that's just physical books. I also have so many ebooks that I own that I haven't read, and yeah, so for me, it's like, it's always a priority to try and get through the stuff that I already have instead of like spending money or, I'm a big library user as well. So I do prefer to borrow my books from the library. Ella's like, Mom, I've had it. Okay, I should go feed her real quick. I'll be right back. Oh, whoa, I pressed the wrong button. My bad. My bad. I meant to press that one to get rid of the camera on the corner. Anyway, 1 second. I'll be right back. And I'm back. I've always wanted to spend a Christmas in New York snow falling listening to some Sinatra. Yeah, New York in the winter with like, there's so many cafes in New York City and Manhattan. It's just like, I just go around to all the different cafes and just chill. Oh, it'd be so nice. Threw myself into fictional stories, mostly middle grade, young adult books, Harry Potter, Percy Jackson, Series of Unfortunate Events, Eragon, etc. Yeah, nice. Watching Hancock's Netflix series right now, definitely take any of his ideas with a with a massive grain of salt. Amos is that guy. He is. I have a method for reading where I make sure I go and read at least 1 page a day, but usually much more. It works for me, but maybe not for everyone. I know it's one of those things where I should just force myself to do a little bit every day until it becomes a habit. It sometimes works in other areas of my life, but I feel like reading sometimes just feels like such a big thing sometimes. But Everdream, hello, how are you? Amos, because I want him to break me like a twig on a fresh autumn morning. Same though. Oh. I stopped reading for pleasure about 5 years ago, and I've been trying to get back into it, but it's hard. I really want to read the Culture Book series. It's basically Star Trek on steroids. Ooh, nice. I haven't heard of that. You should. I know it's hard. Maybe do what Sebastian suggested, where just read a page a day. Just open the book up, read a page, and if you get hooked in, then read more. But just try and do like a page a day. I might actually try that. Oh, you also draw one picture a day too. Ooh, nice. Nice. There's also some great YouTube rebuttals to Graham Hancock's theories if you want to get both sides of the debate. Excellent. That would be a negative. I do not selfie pictures. But if you want to financially support me, because it sounds like you do, you know you can find that on Patreon, right? You're not going to get feet photos, but you're going to get a lot of entertaining stuff. Just no feet, sorry. I liked Miller a lot. Oh yeah, Miller's great. Miller's awesome. The smut has entered the chat, yes. One young adult novel series I rarely hear people mention yet was one of my favorites growing up was Philip Pullman's His Dark Materials, only second to Harry Potter for me. I haven't heard that one. His Dark Materials. Oh, it's a TV series too. Fantasy drama, television, HBO, BBC One and HBO, but based on trilogy of novels of the same name. Oh, here we go. Philip Pullman. Fantasy novels, coming of age of two children as they wander through a series of parallel universes. Ooh. Okay, I'll have to keep that in mind. I'll have to add it to my Goodreads on my never-ending to-read list, which I think I've got like hundreds and hundreds of books on Goodreads, my to-read list. I'll be reading forever. Hey, KG. Thank you so much. Will you be reacting to Andor? I have. Andor is over on my Patreon. The whole full-length watch-along reactions are there. I'll be doing a review video for the channel. I don't know when, but a review video of that first season will come. But yeah, there's a lot of TV shows I react to. Most TV shows are not done on the channel. They're done exclusively on Patreon. I've watched quite a few shows now in full, and I'm still working through. I'm always watching shows over on Patreon. So yeah, for the shows that I will not be reacting to on the channel, I make those like quick. I say quick. One of them is almost an hour long. I make the review videos for the channel where I kind of just give my insights on every single episode, and I include a handful of reaction moments in those videos. And yeah, it's just a lot easier for me to do it that way. That was a joke, but a good suggestion for movie reviews is Back to the Future. I have seen Back to the Future already multiple times. But yeah, I'm going to echo what my mod Jake said. That is a horrible first message to put into a chat because it does not come across as a joke. It comes across as you're just being a fucking asshole. It's not funny. Don't ever do that to anyone. I'm not signing up if I don't get feet. Ever, you have literally seen my feet. You had the pleasure of seeing my feet for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks in a row. So that should have been plenty for you. You're totally lying. Okay, Drongo. Okay. I want to read His Dark Materials mostly because it seems to be a rite of passage for kids questioning their faith. I hear it's very critical of religion, and that intrigues me. Oh, nice. Nice. Well, that's true. It is true. It is true. What's your favorite type of comedy, and who and what hits your funny bone? Ooh, good question. Also, Bob, hi. You can ask your question whenever, friend. Good to see you. Favorite type of comedy? I enjoy rom-coms. God, I need to think of some of my favorite comedy movies. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've watched comedies. I'm trying to think of like I'm trying to think, like, if I'm in the mood for comedy, like, what do I go and watch? Honestly, rom-coms mostly. Like, some of my favorite rom-coms ever. We've got Father of the Bride and My Best Friend's Wedding. I love those two movies very much. Oh, your question was hello. Okay. Bob, I thought you were being serious. And then I'll always love Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I don't know why. I love the cast in that movie, and the type of humor in that movie appeals to me. Forgetting Sarah Marshall is 100% a comfort movie for me. And so that's one I'll watch. I really enjoy Bo Burnham's style of comedy. So Bo Burnham's movies that he's made, I don't even know if movie is the right word for it, but I really like Bo Burnham's stuff. And I'll watch that a lot. DM me $82 for Gale Footlore. No. Gale didn't get the same pleasure back since Ever never takes off his shoes. You would be right, Drongo, except I did actually get to see Ever's feet. Because believe it or not, he does take off his shoes and socks sometimes. It's not for long, but yeah. But he's not like me. Like I was the weirdo walking around barefoot in his house, which I don't think he actually appreciated that much. He just wouldn't tell me if that was the case. What is the movie genre you avoid? Ooh, Dave, good question. It used to be horror, but after my month of October, I'm definitely more open to the idea of watching more scarier horror too, like the actual scary stuff. My brother so badly wants me to watch like actual scary movies, because I told him I was doing horror for October, and he's like, oh, are you gonna watch Insidious, The Conjuring, The Exorcist, blah blah blah? And I'm like, no, like The Shining, Halloween, Silence of the Lambs. And he's like, that's not horror. My brother and his wife were actually they were Jack and, oh god, what was the wife's name? Wendy? Why am I forgetting her name? Anyway, The Shining. They were those. Santi, hi, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for the $2. Thank you. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Yeah, so I told my brother, I said, because they love horror movies, they always have. And my brother is definitely at the point where he doesn't get scared by that stuff anymore either. So he just wants to see me react to that stuff. But otherwise, genre that I avoid, I would say like heavy religion movies, like heavy religious stuff. I also avoid Hallmark movies. I've watched a handful of them, and I've gotten the template down. Like I know what the Hallmark movie, the Christmas ones especially, like I know what the template is, so I don't really need to watch anymore. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's anything that I like hard avoid. But yeah, thanks for asking. Go-to comedy is Super Troopers, right? Meow. Hangover trilogy was great. Hangover is pretty good. Yeah, I enjoyed the first one. Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Knocked Up, Grandma's Boy, 40-Year-Old Virgin, just to name a few. I think I've seen Knocked Up. I haven't seen Grandma's Boy. I think I've seen 40-Year-Old Virgin, but it would have been so long ago that I don't remember anything about it if I have seen it. We know, Ever. We know you would give Bo Burnham your firstborn, yes. Definitely go to TV more for comedy. I love the era of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, The Good Place, Community, so on. I just started Superstore with a friend this week, very much in that vein. Yeah, I think comedy for me also. I would say TV shows probably just impact me more than a movie, but did you know that Colombia has remade My Best Friend's Wedding in like 4 different countries? China for sure, I think maybe Russia, and I forget the rest. I did not know that. That's cool. I haven't watched My Best Friend's Wedding in a long time. I need to rewatch that soon. Bo Burnham's movies are technically comedy specials, but a lot of people do consider them movies. Well, like Inside was long enough, in my opinion, to be a movie, but I'm still not ready for it to wreck me. It's a good one, Jake. You gotta watch it. Not really into the raunchy comedy genre. Maybe it's because I grew up religious, but that kind of humor just doesn't appeal to me. I'm more of a cringe comedy dude. The Office, Parks and Rec, etc. Yeah. I don't mind raunchy comedy because I can be a raunchy person, so it makes me laugh. You'd love Office Space. It hits home if you've ever worked in an office. I worked most of my career in an office, yeah. And then even when I worked from home, I worked in an office in my house. So yeah, definitely office job was my life for a lot of my life. So I've always meant to watch The Office and Office Space and those kind of shows, but I don't know. There's something that just hasn't quite appealed to me yet for me to jump in and do it. But that's okay. I think for TV nowadays, I'm really appreciating the more serious stuff. I'm really loving like science fiction, fantasy type of shows. Shows like Andor, where the writing is phenomenal, dialogue is peak. There's not a whole lot of action, but it's just really gripping with words and cinematography. Yeah, I guess my comfort show lately has been a rewatch of The OC, which I've been doing with Jake and another friend of mine. I've been doing that. We're almost done the show. We're just about to start season 4. So rewatching The OC has been really nice. That's just been very comforting to me. And it's funny sometimes. Like, it's not meant to be a comedy, but they have their funny moments. So it's been good. It's been really good. Angel, hi. Thank you so much for the congrats. I appreciate it. The only recent horror movie I enjoyed was The Black Phone, but I usually avoid them. Makes sense. Makes sense. What about the city girl who goes back home and meets a hot guy? I don't know. It's like there was someone that did a TikTok about like the Hallmark formula, and yeah, it's like city girl who grew up in a small town goes back home to the small town for Christmas and is like, oh my god, what am I doing here? And is like obsessed with her career. And then Christmas time plus small town life plus hot boy down the street that she either has just met or is someone that she reconnected with from high school or whatever the fuck. It's like somehow all that comes together and makes her realize like, wow, I need to move back to the small town. City life just ain't for me anymore. It's so, anyway, yeah. It's all that. Cinnamon just put out a reaction for 40-Year-Old Virgin. Oh, that just reminds me. One of my favorite comedy movies ever, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. They just put out a reaction to Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and I loved it. It was so good. I loved watching their reaction. I loved how into it they got, and they laugh at the same moments that I do, and oh, it was a pleasure. It was such a treat. That is a good comedy movie to me. That type of comedy I enjoy. I like a lot. Because Ferris Bueller's Day Off isn't just comedy. Like, there are serious moments in there, and I mean, Cameron, you could analyze and dissect his whole character. And just like who he is and how he acts and everything. Oh, it's such a good movie. Such a good movie. That one is a classic forever. Forever and ever and ever. Dark comedy is best comedy. Dark humor isn't always for me, but I can appreciate some dark humor. Everdream, I always send him anytime I get like really dark humor TikToks on my feed, which I don't know, it's probably happening more because I keep liking the ones that I see, but I keep forwarding them all to him in DMs, and I'm just like, you'll appreciate this. You'll appreciate this. Superbad is a favorite for me when it comes to movies. Daniel Tosh, is it Tosh? Tosh.0, right? Is that who you're referring to? They hit the spot. Sometimes brain rot, lighthearted, cheesy comedy is just what I need to tune out all the worries and relax. I don't disagree. Definitely don't disagree. I watched Age of Adeline for the first time today, and it was really wonderful. Super lighthearted and cute, but it was exactly what I needed. Love that. Love that. Love that. Tyler, yep. What you say? Oh, that you only meant well. Well, of course you did. Good song. Good song. Superbad was a great mix of slapstick, vulgar, awkward, silly comedy that just found the best balance. Yeah. Reaction for Thor will be only... No, Angel. So Thor will be coming out this Monday on the channel. No, I have not done an exclusive movie yet at all on Patreon. The only exclusive stuff on there has been TV shows. All movies that I have done have been on the channel. It's just that Patreon gets the full-length watch-along reactions, so you can sync up your own copy of the movie and watch along to the whole thing with me. Because obviously for the YouTube edits, I cut out so much. I cut out so much of the movie, and I also cut out like some things that I say as well. So like if you want to get, for people that want to get like the full reaction, all the silent moments, the moments of me just sitting here like watching what's on screen, other things, like I said, I don't always include every single little quip that I say into the YouTube edits. So Patreon gets the full-length watch-alongs, and then Patreon also gets early access. So they can go watch the YouTube edit before anyone else can. I try and put it out about 24 hours in advance, but it depends on like copyright and stuff. So, but yeah, no, Thor will be coming on Monday. MCU reactions will always be on Mondays, not every single Monday, but in the weeks that I do have one ready, then it'll be a Monday release. Because we call it MCU Mondays, Marvel Mondays. Early 2000s rich teenager drama has been the most fun, but it also hits you with the feels. Yes, it does. I loved watching you watch all 9 Star Wars movies. I love the raw emotion you showed during episode 3. You also had great input and feedback too. Thank you. Speaking of my reaction to Revenge of the Sith, that just crossed 450,000 views yesterday, which is wild. Absolutely wild. I never in my life thought that I would have a video get that many views. So I am so glad that people enjoyed watching me bawl my eyes out and be very sad and emotional, because that was a very hard-hitting movie for me. And I am very excited to watch it a second time. Just to see how different it is, especially now that I have the context of like the Clone Wars, I have the context of the Bad Batch, I have the context of like Tales of the Jedi. I have all that in my head now, so Revenge of the Sith is going to be a completely different watch. I know Bad Batch came after Revenge of the Sith technically, but still, it's like I've got all this context now surrounding that movie. I've got Andor that I've watched now. I have Rogue One. Like, I've got all these other things. So I'm excited to go back and watch it. It'll be so fun. I was hoping it would hit 450K by year's end. Yes, it did. It did. Ferris Bueller is another John Hughes film. He made Home Alone, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Breakfast Club. I recommend them all. I've seen Home Alone. I've seen Breakfast Club. I have not seen Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Not yet, but I remember in high school, every Tuesday, I'd watch him, Tosh.0. That was a long time ago. Have you heard about Ferris Bueller's famous Mandela effect debate? No, I haven't, Tyler. I haven't. Please enlighten me. Do you have a favorite comedy movie? We just talked about that earlier. What did I say? I said Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, My Best Friend's Wedding, Father of the Bride, like those kind of rom-com movies. Yeah. Also, I don't know if this would count as a comedy movie, right? But The Emperor's New Groove, that is such a good, funny movie for me. And I love watching that movie because I laugh every time. And Kronk will never get old. I don't care what anyone says. I love The Emperor's New Groove. The Emperor's New Groove, and then The Road to El Dorado. Those 2 movies from my childhood are so funny as adults too. I love them so much. I still think Zoolander is my top comedy movie of all time. Nice. I quote it all the time. Love that. Can't think of that song now and not see the SNL did I say NSL? SNL sketch now. Yeah, it's so good. Comedy TV shows and movies are really hit and miss for me, and more often miss. I mean, comedy isn't everyone's thing. Just like how horror isn't everyone's thing, right? Any favorite book to film adaptations? The Godfather, The Outsiders. I haven't seen The Godfather. I haven't seen The Outsiders. I feel like book to film, the only one that I really can think of and know of is the Harry Potter books. Harry Potter to Harry Potter films. And I guess I'll let you know once I finish reading The Expanse. I'm actually glad with The Expanse that I've watched the TV show first, because having the visuals from the show helps so much when I read those books. I feel like if I had read the books first, I kind of would be lost at times. I'm a very visual reader, so when I'm reading a book, I picture the scene in my head as if it's a movie. So I need like very descriptive books, not like overly descriptive, but descriptive enough that I can paint the scene in my head, right? So that's why I love watching shows or movies first before reading the book, because then when I go to read the book, I get all that additional information while having the visuals from the show in my mind. And I picture the characters with the actors that played them. And that all like runs through my mind as I'm reading the book. And it just makes it a lot more enjoyable. So I will say, like, Leviathan's Wake, the very first book in that series, phenomenal. It was so fun to read having that first season in my head. So it was very good. Perfect movie for around Thanksgiving, so maybe save it for next November. Well, Thanksgiving here is in October, beginning of October here in Canada land, so maybe I'll save it for October. Hello? Would you like to go outside? I'm sure you probably do. You probably gotta pee. You want to say hi to chat again? You want to say hi to everyone? Oh. She slipped and went right on her back. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad. There, she's all wrapped up. She's all wrapped up. Now she's about to wreck it. Pull the lever, Crunk. Wrong lever. That never gets old. Anytime I see that text or I see this or I hear the soundbite anywhere, I love it. So good. Some people swear they have seen the scene of Cameron peeking at Mia Sarah on TV. Oh, interesting. I love Mandela effects. That is definitely not one that I share, though. Emperor's New Groove is good. How about Chicken Run and the Iron Giant? Seen both many times. It's been a long time since I've seen Chicken Run, though. Probably not since I was a kid. But the Iron Giant, I just watched that not that long ago. The Iron Giant is forever a top movie for me. Mary Cherry actually just reacted to it a few months ago. I loved her reaction. That was so good. I've watched a handful of other reactions to it as well. And yeah, Iron Giant will always be such a good movie. I love it. And it gets better as you get older. Like nowadays, I relate so much more to Dean than I ever used to. Dean is such a vibe. Like, I just want to live in my small shack and drink espresso and make art and live my best life in a small town. That's it. That's all I ever want. Oh, she like really hit herself. You guys can't see her anymore. You can see her ear. You can just see her ear popping out. Oh, so good. So good. All right. She's just chilling. Maybe in theaters. Oh, okay. I haven't seen Hunger Games Shanizzle. It's on the list to eventually get to. I don't know when, but I have so many movies on the list now that it's like I don't know when I'm gonna get to it all. There's only so much time to do these things. I don't have an editor, so it's all me doing the editing. I do everything for my channel, every single thing. I don't have help at all. So with that, there's only so much I can do without causing myself to, I don't know, burn out, not want to do this anymore. It's wild to think that some people simply cannot picture something in their head. Honestly, though, like I mean, I also like I struggle with understanding it, but I do understand it. Like I can respect when people just say that they don't picture stuff in their head. It's kind of like how the people that say that they can hear color, or sorry, the people that say that when they listen to music they can see colors in music. So when they hear a song, they see colors. Like that, because I don't have that, obviously. So like that to me, I think feels the same way that people that say they can't picture anything in their head feel when like we say that we can see stuff in our head. Do you know what I mean? Everyone can kind of just do all these different things. Godfather films are among the best films ever made. That's what I hear. I have to watch them. I haven't watched them yet. Outsiders is one of my favorite book and films from childhood. Cool. Cool. Jake, do it. Order yourself some wings. That will be awesome. Aphantasia. Yeah. Sebastian, I think you're right. Yeah, for those of you that haven't like officially met Ella, so she's my pit bull. She is 13. She just turned 13 2 weeks ago, and I adopted her when she was 7. So I've had her now for just over, it's coming up on 6 years. I adopted her just after Christmas in 2016. So this month is our 6 years of being together. I cannot believe it's been that long. Like, I look at pictures of her that I took when I first got her, and she looks so young in comparison to now. Like, compared to how she looks now, she literally looks like she's 2 or 3 years old, and it makes me very sad. But I'm happy to have had so many years with her, and still going. 9-year-old German Shepherd. He's my homie. Big ol' 100-pound lapdog. I love it. Love it. Iron Giant is fantastic. The ending, though, I can't be the only one who thinks it was better without the happy ending. No, I disagree. I liked the ending. I was a fan of the ending. Because also, too, you got to remember, Joseph, like, it's a kid's movie, right? Like, it was made for kids. So, you know, with that in mind, I think it's better to give children a happy ending. They can understand, like, they'll grow into adulthood eventually, right? So as a teenager and then into adulthood, they can then learn at that time that, like, you know, not everything ends in a happy way. But I think if you're going to market a movie to, like, I don't know, 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds, like, their parents can teach them about how everything isn't a happy ending. But if you're going to give them something for entertainment, just give it a happy ending. It's fine. Next fall would be a good time to watch The Hunger Games with the prequel coming out in November. Okay, I'll keep that in mind, Brie. Hey, Bopper, Twitch looks weird. What happened here? Yeah, I know. I'm still getting used to the way I almost said Twitch. The way YouTube works. It's so different from Twitch, but it's fine. I hope you're good, Bopper. It's good to see you. I guess even wilder is the people who have no inner voice. That I can't imagine. Same though. But also, I talk to myself out loud all the time. Like, it's a wonder I don't have like a permanent voice that sounds like, you know, that sounds like I have a sore throat or sounds like I've lost my voice, because like I talk to myself out loud a lot. But when I'm not talking out loud to myself, I definitely have that inner voice. I hear myself. When I'm just speaking in my head, like, I am definitely one of those. I have a friend who has that condition, and she makes artwork based on what she sees. That's so cool. Commissioned her to do a painting of the Last of Us theme, and it came out super well. I'll try to find it and send it to you later. Sweet. Yeah, you should. You should. Incredible Hulk series is awesome. Is it Diagesis? I can never remember how to pronounce their channel name, but has a video on the Iron Giant, explains why endings like that are bogus. He's huge into cinema. Yeah, I haven't watched a lot of their videos. I watched, well, not really watched, but he's been doing a lot of editing streams lately, so I've kind of been popping those up so that I can kind of edit at the same time as him, and it's kind of just like that body doubling almost, where it's like I've got an editing stream up along with my editing that I'm working on. It's kind of like we're working together, if that makes sense. So I've been thinking lately of maybe doing my own editing streams. I think that could be fun. I just don't know if it's something I want to dabble in quite yet. I think I'm going to test them out in Discord first, and then we'll see how that feels. And we'll see if I want to move it to YouTube or Twitch to do the same. So 1 more month until The Last of Us comes out. Yes, and I will announce this now since y'all are here watching and hanging out. I will be reacting to The Last of Us for the channel. I've decided that that's not going to be an exclusive. Like, I'm way too excited about the show. I'm going to do that one for the channel. Also because The Last of Us was filmed in my province. The whole thing was filmed here in multiple different towns and cities. And I'm just mostly excited to like see how many locations I recognize and just see like how they transformed all these locations that I've been to my whole life. Like they filmed a lot of it at the college I went to, and they completely transformed the campus, and they filmed a bunch in downtown Calgary, and they filmed a bunch in downtown Edmonton, and they filmed a bunch in Canmore, and they filmed some in Waterton, I think, and they filmed some in Fort Macleod, and I think they filmed some in Nanton or Okotoks. I can't remember all the locations they've been to, but I'm just excited to watch for that. That's like the main thing. But I'm excited for the show, period. But yeah. And then who else is excited for Dragon Age Absolution coming on Netflix in like a week? I think December 9th is the day it comes out. Yeah, a week today. That is another show that I'm going to be watching and reacting to. And I want to do it for the channel. I have a feeling it's not going to do well on the channel if I do it. So I might do it on Patreon instead just for that. We'll see how I feel, but I'm very excited for Dragon Age Absolution. I'm a huge Dragon Age fan. I love the video games. I'm so excited that a 2D animation is coming out for the show. I'm excited. I'm so excited. I always talk to myself out loud. If people heard me 24/7, they certainly call me crazy. Yeah, thing doesn't seem to work as well on mobile. Mobile YouTube live chat is a weird experience. Very, very weird experience. Iron Giant is a children's movie, but so is Lion King, and that gets pretty heavy. I feel like the message of you choose who you want to be got through. Totally. I only talk to myself sometimes. I do read out loud, so maybe that could help with reading more. Maybe. I used to be an out loud reader, but the reason I don't read out loud now is because I read out loud way too slow. I can read so much faster when I don't speak out loud when I'm reading, and I just keep it in my head. I can burn through books so much quicker. Reading out loud slows it down, which is like fine every once in a while, but it's not the vibe if you want to like quickly get through stuff. So I'm an in my head reader now. No shade if you like the guy, but that video sounds like the kind of thing that makes me not like him very much. It's, I mean, everyone's gonna have their opinions, right? And if you disagree with someone's opinion, I feel like it does kind of paint a picture of them in your mind, I guess. But like, I think I've definitely had people like boycott me over something I've said in a reaction video. I almost guarantee I have. I've blocked enough people on YouTube at this point for my channel that I'm pretty sure there's been people that have gone, I'm never watching Kale again. Like, well, Bree will know this because I sent this to Bree, but there was a guy that commented on a video a few days ago, and he commented the thumbs down emoji followed by for, and in quotations, GD, meaning goddamn. Like I said goddamn in my video. And so he commented and said thumbs down because you said that. And I can't remember what I replied now, but I basically said something like, if you're going to dislike a video because of something I said, like you realize that you're going to tell YouTube that you don't like movie reactions, and they're going to stop recommending you movie reactions, because that's what the thumbs down feature is for. It's to let YouTube know, hey, I don't like this video and I don't want to see any more like it. It doesn't mean just my channel. It means the genre. It means videos like mine. So that's how you tailor your feed and your recommended, right? But people dislike for all kinds of reasons. So anyway, this person says that, and I replied to it, and it was fine. And then today, they commented on another video, that exact same comment. So finally, I was just like, I didn't even reply. I was just like, you're blocked. Like, I don't want to deal with you. Stop. Joseph, I have talked in the live chat for his editing streams. I've talked in one, I think. We're talking about diegesis. I don't like the idea that movies have hard and fast rules that can't be bent or broken. Yeah, totally. Totally. My mouth is so much slower than my brain. Yeah, mood. Started playing The Last of Us Part 2 because I'm so excited for the show. It's gonna be good, Angel. It's gonna be so good. So good. Hey, Vero, good to see you. I love how you're already at 11.7k subs for this 10k sub celebration. Yeah, it's wild. I have had... The Last Samurai actually gave me a really interesting boost in subscriptions, which I wasn't expecting. I think The Last Samurai is actually one of my better performing standalone film reactions, so I'm very pleased by that. It was a very good movie. And Vero, actually... Vero, I did not know you were reacting to The Last Samurai 2, and the fact that you uploaded your reaction the day before I planned mine, I was like, whoa. And so I watched your reaction. And that happened to me with another channel. I can't remember which channel it was, but I went online and all of a sudden a movie that I was about to put out, another channel did. And I was just like, oh my gosh, are we like on the same wavelength here? It's so funny when that happens, but I love when that happens. I read out loud a lot of Wikipedia articles. I find it keeps my English pronunciation sharp. I'm bilingual, but English isn't my native tongue. Oh, what is your native language, your first language? You type really good English, so I couldn't tell at all with your written words. Is it Cleon? I hope that's right. Thank you so much for the congrats. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. Doing voices helps me get in the head of the character. Maybe I just read too slowly in my head for it to make a difference. Oh, okay. Yeah, I used to do that when I was a kid, actually. I used to give voices to all the different characters because when I was a child, I read out loud all the time. I'm sure my parents loved me for that. But yeah, that was how I got through books as a kid. I loved reading out loud. It was so fun. And now I can't. My mouth gets too dry really quick, and it gets like my mouth gets like sandpapery feeling almost, and I don't want to have to keep stopping to like drink water. So I think that's another reason why I just default to reading in my head, because then I don't have to worry about that. I will never understand repeat commenting that you don't like something. I don't get it either, Brie. I genuinely don't. I feel like they do it to try and get a rise out of you. And don't get me wrong, like I probably reply to way too many more mean comments than I should, but at the same time, like I'm the kind of person where I'm just like, if you're gonna be a bitch to me, I'm gonna be a bitch right back. Like I don't care. I don't like. I feel like so many of these people comment these things thinking that you won't see them, but my channel is still small-ish enough that I do see the comments that come through. So I don't know. Yeah. Sometimes what I'll do too is like, I'll reply to someone's comment and then I'll go back an hour later and I'll delete it. I'll be like, I replied so that you can see my reply in your notifications, but then when you try and reply to that, it'll be gone. So, haha, I got the last word. Bye-bye. Ugh. Have different opinions on film, but a few we have agreed on is how great The Witch is and how bogus the ending of Iron Giant is. Well, here's the thing. It's like with reactions, like you're never going to agree with things that everyone says, right? But I think that it's good that you, Joseph, I think it's good that you recognize that you don't always agree on everything, but you still respect their opinion anyway. Like that's at the end of the day, like that's what I want to for my channel is it's like, you know, you don't have to agree with me. Like if I consider a movie mid, like not terrible, but not amazing, and it's like your favorite movie ever, like just don't trash me about it. Like you're free to love the movie. Just like if I love a movie that you hate, you're free to hate the movie. It's fine, but don't start being, you know, a certain way about it. I laughed when I saw that you were posting it that week since I had it planned. Yeah. That's okay though. That's okay. It's such a good movie. I'm here for listening to people's thoughts. Yeah. Yes, I saw that Movies with Mary did Last Samurai as well. Yes, I saw that. I can't believe you don't want to read the smut out loud. Out loud smut read along party. Let's go. Treat others like they treat you. Pretty much, yeah. Like if you're gonna be like, I love replying to people that are really nice to me. Like I love those nice comments. They're wonderful, and I love I love engaging with people like that. But yeah, I'm getting better though. Like if a mean comment comes through, like there's been a lot of comments lately where I've started typing something back and then I delete it and I just delete their comment. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't even have the energy. If I do have the energy, I'll engage. But if I realize very quickly that I don't actually have the energy, I won't even bother. It's like, whatever. Surprisingly excellent movie. It's very good. It's very, very good. Maybe the same person recommended Last Samurai to you both. That would be impossible, Sebastian, because my mom was the one that recommended The Last Samurai to me, and she does not know who Vero is. She doesn't know. Not only was The Last Samurai recommended to me by my mom, but then I put it in a Patreon poll. So it was also influenced by Patreon voters. And they voted, and Last Samurai didn't actually technically win. It tied with Passengers, which, by the way, can we just talk about these types of comments? Because I've gotten a couple of them, and I've replied to both of them because it pissed me off. When I said in my reaction videos, both for Passengers and for The Last Samurai, when I said in both of those videos that both of them went into a poll and they tied as the winner, I've had like 2 or 3 people leave comments saying, oh my God, I can't believe your community tied The Last Samurai with Passengers. You need new viewers. And I replied to them, I'm like, excuse fucking me. You do not insult my community like that. You don't insult my viewers. You're technically one of them. Like, shut the fuck up. I can't believe people would say that. I can't believe people would say, wow, I can't believe your viewers voted that way. Like, shut up. Like, that pisses me off so much. I cannot even with a comment like that. Like, that affects me more than when people insult me directly. Like, you can throw insults at me all day, every day. I've got thick skin, but do not talk about people in my community and people that watch me that way. Like, no. I'm sorry. I know. It's stupid. Zeno, hi, good to see you. Thank you so much for the congrats. It's been amazing seeing the channel grow. Hope you're doing well. I am, Zeno, thank you. It's good to see you. Good to see you. Negative energy is a no-go, waste of time. One thing psilocybin shows you is how important good energy is. I'll trust your word on that. Drink an energy drink before responding to negative comments. I do not like energy drinks at all. I will drink coffee though. I actually have one right now, but I haven't even taken like one sip of it since we started this. Yeah, it's definitely cooled off a bit since I made it, which is my bad. My bad. Movies are subjective. More people need to realize that. Yes. Yes, they do. This community needs new viewers, more viewers that will vote specifically for the movies that I personally want to see. Yeah, exactly. Made a few comments about Popcorn in Bed's Patreon members for having her watch Full Metal Jacket for Memorial Day. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about though, Joseph. Don't make comments like that. Like, don't do it. The amount of people that do it on Popcorn in Bed's videos especially, like it drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. Like pretty much everything. It doesn't even matter what movie, like every movie will have someone commenting like, why did you guys make her watch this? Why are you guys making her watch this? And it's funny too, because like there'll be a movie that she elected to watch herself and people will make assumptions that the Patreon community is the one that made her watch it. And it's just like, actually, no, Cassie wanted to watch this herself. So shut the fuck up. Yeah, it's like, you know, if people vote for a certain movie, like that's what voting is. Democracy has spoken. Like, yes, you technically can complain about the outcome, but this isn't politics. Like one of my Patreon rules, like actually, how do I have it worded? I'm going to my Patreon, one sec. If you join my Patreon, I have like a list of guidelines for my community. If you're going to be a part of it, I do have some asks. Okay. I list them out. And one of them, how do I have it worded? This is what I have said. I said, please do not argue or complain about what wins a poll. Ideally, you've chosen to be here because you support me as a person and creator and will support whatever I will watch, even if you don't watch it yourself. I cannot guarantee when I will ever watch a specific film or TV show or if I'll even get to it. And that is my final rule for my community, is if there is a poll, people, you can have your say, they can have their say, everyone gets their vote. What wins, wins. That's why I put a poll up, so that I don't decide. Joseph, I'm about to time you out, friend. I literally said, I literally said how much I don't appreciate those kind of comments, and you're sitting here justifying why you're making those comments, and I'm telling you that I don't appreciate it. I don't appreciate it. And you know what? Her Full Metal Jacket reaction got so many views. It did really well for her channel, and that's the goal with us. That's the goal with us creators, is to watch movies that will do well for the channel. And also, who are you to know that she would like it or not like it? Is it a requirement that reactors have to like the movies they watch? It's my understanding that we don't. From what I understand, people appreciate genuine reactions. They appreciate if something doesn't quite resonate with you. They appreciate if you watch something that's difficult and you can understand the meaning of it. And even if you don't particularly care for it, you can still respect it. Like for me, I didn't really care for Pulp Fiction. I'm really glad I watched it because it's a cult classic and I wanted to know what it was about. I'm glad I watched it, even though I didn't care for it. I can respect how it changed cinema, and there's definitely aspects of it that I enjoyed, but overall, I would say I didn't care for it. I probably wouldn't watch it again. At least it's definitely not on my list to go and watch again. So, anyway. Coffee is technically an energy drink. Well, technically, yeah. I mean, it does have caffeine, after all. But anyway. You've got thick skin and an elastic heart. Cheers to 20K someday. Someday. We'll knock on wood. We'll see if it happens. She's a grown woman. No one makes her do things. Exactly. Exactly. And even though it's not public information, but I think every reactor, and I know Cassie does, but every reactor is usually going to have a list of movies that are like firm no's for them to watch. Like, you know, like for me, I don't know that I have any firm no's. For me, I definitely have firm no's right now. That is not necessarily something that I'm like gonna say out loud. The only firm no that I have for the channel is anime. That's like a firm not gonna happen. I don't want to deal with the hassle that is copyright that can happen with anime. Like there's been so many people that have had their channels taken down because of anime. Like Vicunia, she had to start her channel over because of anime reactions in the past with like is it Studio Ghibli or Studio Ghibli? I can never know the pronunciation of it, but anyway, bye Joseph, you're being banned. Goodbye. You were really cool. You were really cool for the last little bit. But you do not belong here anymore. Sorry. Go find another reactor and please don't trash their community for the movies that they watch. Thank you. Bye. Have a good day. What did that message even say? I didn't even read it. I read like the first question or the first message. Yep, I don't care. I don't care, Joseph. Bye. You're not welcome here anymore. If she really didn't ever want to see Full Metal Jacket, she wouldn't have put on the poll, for example. Yes, literally. Like, you'll never see her hard no movies on a poll. My mods are like, wow, you banned him fast. Yeah, I took that one into my own hands. I've watched Vicunia in the past, but I didn't know that she had to start over. Yeah, so her Vicunia channel, that is like active right now. So that's actually a restarted channel. So her first channel was one where she did very heavy anime. And I think what happened with Vicunia, from what I know, is that Studio Ghibli, whatever, just like they came in and issued strikes right off the bat. And the thing is with YouTube, for those of you that might not know, when you have a YouTube channel, you get copyright claims and you can get copyright strikes. So a claim allows you to kind of a claim doesn't affect your channel, but it lets you know, hey, there's a claim on your revenue, or there's a claim on your video and it's been blocked. But what a copyright strike is, it's like one step further, and you're only allowed to have 3 strikes on your channel. And once you reach a 3rd strike, your channel is just completely removed and gone. So that's what happened with Vicuña, was she was issued like 3 strikes pretty much back to back, which didn't really give her a chance to do anything about it. So yeah, her channel ended up getting removed and she had to start over. And so her Vicuña channel has been the one where she's been doing like movies, TV shows, that kind of thing, and has been like not doing anime. But she started a new channel to get back into anime, and I think she's handling it a lot differently than she was before, because it is one of those like learning lesson things. For myself personally, anime is just, because of what I've heard of other channels going through, it's something that I just don't want to deal with the hassle of having to worry about it. Not to mention, anime is kind of one of those genres that I don't have a ton of interest in watching. And it's nothing against anime. Like I play Pokemon. Like I can respect anime, certain aspects of it, but for me, like, it's never been a genre that's really gravitated me to like want to check it out and dive into it. So I won't say never, but it's just not one that I want to explore, I guess. So do you ever review music? Future Nostalgia today, and it was awesome. She's just so talented. I haven't listened to that song. I don't do music reactions, no, and I have no plan to. Someone asked this earlier in the stream, so I'll just repeat what I said then, but I don't want to do movie reactions because you're not able to monetize those videos because you're playing the whole song. And it doesn't, and even if the song isn't like, you know, at least with a movie reaction, like with a movie reaction, we're only using part of the movie, right? Like we're not throwing the whole movie up in our video. But for a music reaction, it's really hard. Like you can't not do that. Like you got to listen to the whole song. So yeah, ad revenue on those videos is always going to go to the musicians. It just, for me, I don't have the time to do something like that. And because I wouldn't earn ad revenue on those videos, like it's a lot of time for nothing in return, is the point I'm getting at. But I'll still never say never on that. Like maybe one day, if things keep growing and I can have editors for the movies and TV reactions and stuff, if it frees up more of my time that I like want to dabble into music reactions, like I'm not gonna put a closed door on it, but it's not something that I want to do right now at all. So Ever, you got to get BTTV on YouTube. I have it, but the thing is, I don't want to use BTTV emotes because I guarantee that most people don't have it. So they're just going to see the word. So, but I have BTTV. I have it for YouTube. I do. Do you ever review music? Or I just read that. Oh my gosh. Tyler, don't think reactors need to like the movies they're recommended, but I use the same principle for reactors as people I know. They like or dislike one movie and it leads somewhere else. Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, like, I mean, within those paths from one movie to another, you can find areas where you can test the water and see where you could expand beyond the comfort zones. Totally. Yeah, and I mean, that's like, you know, Man of Steel, for example. Like, Man of Steel and Pulp Fiction are the 2 movie reactions I've had where, like, I've had the worst comments on from people, the most dislikes on those videos, and it's because I didn't care for the movies, right? And even though I didn't care for Man of Steel, like I'm still open to watching the other DCEU movies. Like it's not like that movie's going to completely turn me off from it. But yeah, it's just one of those things where, like, you know, I'm going to like a movie because I like it. I'm going to not like a movie because I don't like just, you know, as part of doing this reaction thing, like, yeah, I got to justify why. But, you know, like sometimes I don't even know why. Sometimes I'll come out of a movie and I'll be like, how did I feel about that? And actually, like, sometimes when I finish a movie reaction, I actually sit here for a while. Like, probably there's been times where I've like gone and made dinner and I've thought about the movie and been like, okay, how do I feel about this? Like, I don't always know with a movie, and it's generally the ones that I feel mid about. Like, if I love a movie, I know immediately and I know exactly why. And if I don't like a movie, I typically know immediately why. But it's those middle of the road movies that I find hardest, right? And it's those movies where I sit here for a bit and I'm just like, how do I feel about that? And then I have to think in my head, like, what did I like? What did I not care for? And I really got to break it down. you know, like The Last Samurai, that one was such an easy, like 5 out of 5 for me, like no questions asked, like love that movie. And I knew it as soon as it ended, right? I think I knew it before it even ended, right? That I was loving it. And so, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I loved Andor so much, it became my favorite Star Wars TV show. So good. It's so good. Hi, Storm Erevitz. Oh my God, I'm going to butcher that. I'm just going to say Storm. Thank you so much for the welcome. And thank you for the kind comments. I appreciate it so much. I'm glad that you enjoy the reactions. I spend a lot of time on them because I do all the editing and everything myself. So I'm glad that you enjoy them a lot. I take a lot of pride in my editing, and I've been told by a lot of people that they really like the way I edit. So that makes me feel really happy. I'm glad that over time, because when I first watched Star Wars, my reactions were very long because I struggled back then with like what to include and what to take out. It took a bit. It took probably a few months for me to get into a groove of like, what do I include? What do I take out? And now that I'm more comfortable with it, my reactions are getting shorter and shorter because I'm finding that I'm not as picky anymore about what to include versus what not to include. Not to mention my full-length reactions now are getting a lot of views because I'm getting more and more patrons all the time. I ended the month of November with my highest patronage ever, which was awesome. So yeah, my full-length reactions are getting a good amount of views. So like for me, it's like, okay, I know that people are watching those so they get to see everything. And that makes me not as picky anymore about what I include in the edits versus what I don't, because I know that the people that want to see the whole thing, they'll do it. They'll go and watch it. So yeah, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. Addie and Cassie both had to re-upload certain videos. Those were copyright claims. Yes, they were, Shanizzle. Yeah. So those were claims. Those would be the types of claims where the video gets blocked if you see it get taken down. And actually that happened with Amy. So Amy is I Eat Movies Like You for Breakfast. Her and I have become really good friends. I adore her so much. We talk quite often in Discord DMs. So Amy, she had uploaded a reaction to Interstellar, and I was literally in the middle of watching it, and then for whatever reason I refreshed my tab and it was gone. And then I went to her channel and she had posted on the community tab, hey, Interstellar got copyright claimed. It had to come down. I was like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have refreshed because it had like the tab had held that load of the video, right? So I could have watched all the way through to the end and seen the whole thing. But because I decided to refresh for whatever reason, it was gone. It was gone. So yeah, it happens sometimes, Shanizzle. Like for me, lately, and when I say lately, I mean pretty much the whole entirety of my channel aside from maybe 2 videos or 3 videos, but I always get claims. Like if I get claims, it almost always happens right away. Like the moment that the video is done processing and checking for copyright, a claim will happen. It's only happened like 3 times where I've been claimed after the fact, where it's like gone live and then it comes through. And actually, Edge of Tomorrow, my reaction to Edge of Tomorrow, that one got copyright claimed, but not in the way of blocking. And the section that they claimed is one that's very important for the overall reaction, at least for me. It's not a scene that I'm willing to cut out. So Edge of Tomorrow is currently my only public reaction on the channel that has an active claim. I am not earning money on that video whatsoever. And at this point, I just don't want to take it down and re-upload. So Edge of Tomorrow will forever live on as a non-earning video, and it's fine. It's whatever. Whoever is I think it's one, who's the distributor for that movie? Whoever it is, they're enjoying their dollars. Their little dollars. Edge of Tomorrow. Who did that one again? Warner Brothers. Typical. Yeah. Warner Brothers, I hope you're enjoying your like $5. Oh gosh. No, I have not seen V for Vendetta. Nope, I haven't. Got it. Would not want you to get into trouble. No worries, Willis. No worries. Yeah, I'm good. At this point, I don't think I'll ever get a strike because I feel like I edit my videos pretty well now. I do get the odd claim every once in a while, but The claims are fewer and farther between nowadays, which is nice. Every once in a while, I'll still get a claim when I first upload the reaction. Like I just had a claim. Oh, what reaction was it on that I had a claim on? It was one of my recent ones. I can't remember exactly which one it was, but yeah. Typically, it's fairly easy to deal with now. I've kind of got myself into that groove, you know. So, wings have been ordered. Got butter, garlic, butter, garlic, boneless with fries. Nice. I love how Andor shows all of the normal people who had to sacrifice their lives in order to chip away at the Empire. It adds a lot more weight to the movies. Totally. Yes. Yes. Who has seen, have any of you seen The Man in the High Castle? Because that's what Andor reminds me of, is The Man in the High Castle. That show is really good. It's an Amazon original. If you haven't seen it, I would recommend watching it. It has Rufus Sewell in it, and he is wonderful. He's such a great actor, and it was a really good show. It gives me like House of Cards, Man in the High Castle vibes is what Andor does, just like the Star Wars version of it. But I think what I liked the most about Andor is like no lightsabers, no Sith chasing after Jedi, just political empire on everyday people and living through that and having to deal with it. And you still had like your spaceships and you still had like the Star Wars vibe, but you didn't have like the traditional film stuff. You know, it was more drama and political, and it was fantastic. I loved it. Did you know before or after all the crying at the end? I knew, I think it was right after the second time I cried, and I mentioned it in the reaction. What did I say? I said, you know, a movie's good when you cry twice. And that was before the battle happened. Yeah, that was when I knew. The moment I said that, I was like, if a movie makes me cry twice, I'm not even at the end of the movie, it's like, it's a good movie. So Paramount was like, no Interstellar for you, KL. Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. I love the fact that you agree that Ian is a great actor. His performances are always over the top. I think he would make a great acting professor to college. I agree. Ian is great. Balbina, hi. Have you finished House of the Dragon? What did you think? I have finished House of the Dragon. Yes, I just haven't put out the review video yet for it. It'll come. Promise. Don't know when, but it'll come. House of the Dragon, what did I think? I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I think that the writing in it was phenomenal. Better than lots of Game of Thrones seasons, honestly. I think House of the Dragon was done really, really well. And they handled, in my opinion, they handled the time jumps really well. Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty big task for a TV show to cover decades of things. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I loved it. It was great. Heard so many good things about it. It's very good. Tyler, yes, you should. You should. B2 is new best droid boy. Yes. Hi, AJ. Welcome in. Thank you for all your content from UK. I'm so proud of you turning into a Star Wars fan. You're a wonderful person. What color lightsaber would you have? I think it would be purple. The lightsaber that I own, because two people from Patreon and one person from my Twitch community, the three people all got together and they got money together for my own lightsaber. I'll go get it. It's the Obi-Wan Kenobi Padawan lightsaber that he had. I'll be right back. Hi, Charles. Welcome in. Oh, Cleon, I didn't get a chance to read your message before you deleted it. I don't know if you're reposting it, but feel free. Fireblade. We got blue, Oh, this one, it's switching colors on me now. Time for dinner, then weekly Jackbox Discord night. Ooh, Shanizzle, have fun with your friends. Oh God. It doesn't want to turn off. Hang on. Oh no, I broke it. It's not turning off. This is not good. Oh, there we go. There we go. Jesus. Anyway, this is the lightsaber. It's Obi-Wan Kenobi's saber from The Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones. And then I think he made a new one during the Clone Wars that he uses in Revenge of the Sith, but this is his first one. This is his first one. I love it. It's pretty much an exact replica. This was not a cheap lightsaber, so thank you again to those 3 individuals. It was Abshur and Yoshi from my Patreon community, and then Jersey from my Twitch community. Yeah, I love it. I still have to fiddle with it and try and figure out, because there's, I played around with this on my Twitch stream and kind of got it all, trying to figure it out. There are so many different blade effects that change how this part looks. There's so many sound effects built into this that a lot of them come from the films. And then there's so many different colors that you can set. Like I can set literally any color that I want. I can also have a rainbow blade, which is really fun. So yeah, this was such a great gift. This was such a great gift. Welcome in, everyone. I'm just gonna turn this off now. If it'll work. There we go. Now it's off. So yeah, it's very pretty. I have a camera. Can you focus? There we go. So yeah, this is it. I love it so much. It was such a great gift. I would have never bought one for myself. So thank you again to the awesome community. Anyway, Shanizzle, have a great night. Hey Fernando, welcome in. Loved your reaction to Last Samurai, and as a Star Wars fan, really enjoyed your Star Wars reaction. Sending you greetings all the way from Argentina. Keep it up. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot. I'm glad you enjoy them. I still really want to get Cal's saber from Jedi Fallen Order. You should. You should. Tyler, there is a very good chance that Die Hard is going to be going out next week, and I'm so sorry. This is the second week in a row that I have piled on too much for myself, and I need to pull back a little bit. I'm trying to do too much, thinking that I can do it, and then I realize near the end of the week that I in fact cannot do it. So yeah, I think Die Hard is going to be going out next week. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I got to be better about not overcommitting because I am not someone that can work at this every single hour of every single day. That is not the vibe, and I never want to become like that. And yeah. So I'm sorry, but Thor will definitely be coming out on Monday. That is a guarantee. But yeah, I don't think I can get Die Hard. The edit won't be done. The full length will come out though. So if you're down, Tyler, if you're down for the full length, that'll be coming out. But all you need is a disco ball in that room. This is my disco ball back here, that light wall. I set it to like this rainbow swirl for the stream today. I couldn't decide. I wanted to do like a Christmassy one. I'll show you what I had decided or what I was thinking of doing. So I have a bunch of different effects. It's on an app. If anyone's curious, the brand is called Twinkly, twinkly.com. They make Christmas trees. They make Christmas lights. These are just like their string lights that I've just put on like a type of wall thing that hangs up there. But I was thinking of doing snowflakes for the stream today. I was gonna have these going back here. Oh, Tyler, if you meant the full length, yeah, that'll be coming out before the week is over. But the edit, I was committing to the edit this week, but I cannot commit to the edit this week. But yeah, the full length will be out. Probably tomorrow. So I was gonna do that, and then I was thinking maybe like a Christmassy kind of where is the Christmas one I have? I thought I had a Christmas one. Maybe I don't have a Christmas one. I've also got like this one that's really strange. It's supposed to be snow, but it doesn't really look like snow. Oh, I have so many different. We've got like this one that's super fun, like a sunset one. I'll just go back to what I had. What was it? It was the swirl. There it is. There's the swirl. We'll put that one back. Psionic Dreams, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it so much. I'll build you a life-size Imperial Walker. I'll send it UPS. Maybe for Christmas you should watch the Star Wars Holiday Special. Sebastian, it is hilarious that you say that because I am going to be. That's my Christmas movie for the channel this year, is the Holiday Special. I decided that like a week ago or like a week and a half ago. I was thinking about what I might want to do for the channel for Christmas. And I just was like, you know what? I'm coming up on a year of doing reactions. I started with Star Wars. I'm like, I should watch the Holiday Special as the Christmas movie this year. And I let my patrons know that over on Patreon. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And I feel like it's gonna be all kinds of just terrible hilariousness, because that's what I hear about the Holiday Special, is that it's not great. Let's make sure we got BB-8 back in there. So I'm kind of excited though, because I hear that the Holiday Special is like, you know, people have said all this time that like the Holiday Special is not great at all, but I'm excited. I'm excited just to see for myself like why everyone trashes on it so much. Looking forward to it. Hi J-Rod, welcome in. Love your Clone Wars reactions in the format you use. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. I love making them. I love making the review videos. They take a lot longer for me than reaction videos do, but I enjoy putting them together. It's kind of, it gives me something different to do, because I won't lie, like doing reactions is fun, but it does get tiring after a while, like especially because I do all my own editing and stuff. Like some days I just don't want to do anything, right? So I find that those review videos just give me something else to do that's different from reacting, right? The review videos are nice to work on during days where I don't really want to be on camera and days where I don't really feel like talking and I just want to sit here and work. Editing is good for that in general, but those review videos especially are really good for it too, so. Anyway, I have like a shelf to put this on eventually. I just have to put the shelf together, but there was a shelf that came with this. I just need to all right. I will not be silly anymore. Haven't even watched the Holiday Special, so I guess I finally will. Yeah. Never seen it all the way through. It's gonna be a blast. I'm excited. I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what it's all about. So that'll be that. Anyway, well, what time are we at for we're at 2 hours 11 minutes. Okay, I think I'm probably gonna call the stream here. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. I know that you guys are like 20 to 30 seconds behind, so I'll just make sure that I sit here long enough for you to have heard that. But yeah, thank you so much. This is fun. I plan on doing these, like I said, every 3 months or so. I like to come on here and go live and just kind of have this chatty style of stream, and it gives some of you a chance to come in and just pop in and say hello to me in real time. So yeah, this was fun. This is fun. My last stream was 4 hours. That was a little bit long, on the longer side. I feel like this amount of time for a YouTube chatty stream is good. But the next live stream will actually be next month, though. It'll probably be, I think it'll probably be the 27th or the 28th is going to be when I do my New Hope watch along. So that's going to be like my 1-year reaction anniversary stream. And we're going to do a watch party with A New Hope. So I'm very excited for that. It'll be a type of stream where you have to bring your own copy of the movie, obviously, right? Because I can't show the movie on my screen. But I'm very excited for it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be lots of fun. So hopefully you will join me then for it. I'm excited to see the rest of your Star Wars journey and all the other inferior content. Well, my Star Wars journey is like kind of coming to an end ish. Like the review videos are still to come, but that's about it. Like I say it's coming to an end. It's not. Like I'm still working through it, but yeah, my channel was never meant to be all Star Wars, and I don't want it to be only Star Wars. So, but I appreciate that you enjoyed it. And welcome in. I'm glad that you had fun with it. Will you be doing more MCU? Yes, I will. Just not every week. It's not going to be like a weekly thing. It'll be if MCU stuff comes out, it'll always be on Mondays. Thor will be this Monday, so you can look forward to that. That will premiere this Monday on the channel. I'm so excited. I'll be in the live chat as always. So if you can make the premiere, definitely pop in and say hello. I'm always in there chatting away during the video. So thank you guys. Thank you for being here. Jake Bree, thank you for modding. I appreciate it very much. 24-hour stream. Never, Cleon. Never. Even people on Twitch have asked me. Never. I will never in my life do a 24-hour stream. Never. The longest I think I could go and would be willing to go is like 16 hours. 16 hours is like a good enough length for me. I would never do a 24. Never. Never, never. You mean you weren't going to do 4 MCU movies and then just stop? Could you imagine, Tyler? Oh my gosh, people would get so upset with me. Yeah, no, just as a heads up, I plan on doing the whole MCU. Like, it will get done. How long does that take? I don't know, but it will happen. So yeah. You don't have to ask if I'll be doing more MCU, because the answer is yes. It's gonna take a bit, because my plan is it's not gonna be every single week, and I also want to take breaks in between the phases. So when phase 1 comes to an end, I want to take a little bit of a break, like maybe 2 or 3 weeks off, get some other stuff done, and then we'll pick up MCU again. Because I think phase 1 is probably gonna end like mid-December, so I'm thinking I'll pick up phase 2 starting in the new year. So then that last half of December will be no MCU, and then we'll like start it up 2023. So yeah, it's gonna be good. People did get kind of grumpy after you were meh on Man of Steel. Can you imagine? Yeah. Yeah, had a lot of grumpy folks upset with me about that. But hey, I can't please everyone. Not everyone's gonna like me, just like I don't like everyone. So it is what it is. What's your favorite episode of the final arc of Clone Wars? Ooh. I don't know if I have a favorite of the final arc. I feel like all 4 are even to me. With every episode has an impactful moment. I can't pick a favorite. So I'm just gonna say the whole arc. And sorry, I know that's not what you asked, but it's true. What about X-Men or Deadpool? I've seen the Deadpool movies. I've seen Deadpool 1 and 2. And I've seen the original X-Men, the very first one. I saw that one long time ago when I was a kid. Anyway, all right. I'm going to officially wrap up the stream. Once again, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it so much. The stream will be available for rewatching, so it'll be on the channel if you're interested in catching the beginning. I did ask a lot of questions. We had a lot of questions come through We had a lot of questions come through tonight. So you'll be able to see the live chat replay, and then you'll be able to like watch like the first couple hours of the stream. So if you want to do that, feel free. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. Who doesn't like Kale? That's impossible. Cleon, I have had many folks. You have no idea how many folks have been upset with me in the comments that I've had to block. I have upset many folks. Men especially. I upset the men. Yes, next premiere will be Monday afternoon, my time. That'll be the Thor premiere. So we will see you all then. Thank you so much again. I'm going to pull up my own stream so that I know when I'm going to shift to my ending screen. But yeah, I need to pull up my own stream so I know when I can like end the stream. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Before I go, if you want links to all my socials, I'm on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Click on the link that's going to go into chat, kl.com/links. That will give you access to all my socials. We've got my Patreon, my free Patreon reactions. We've got my FAQ. We've got my movie suggestion form if you want to suggest movies to me. So many things. All the links are there. And this is officially now my goodbye. So thank you all so much. I appreciate you all. It's so fun chatting with you. We'll see you again soon. Take care.